Welcome back to Signs and Wonders. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would also like to give an extra special thank you to my Patreons and channel members. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for all your help and support. Today we are looking at 6 modern miracles that science can't explain. If you do enjoy my videos, please give them a quick like. It really helps them perform on the YouTube algorithm, and it's just a way you guys can help support me just by giving the video a quick like. So many Christians have given up believing in miracles. For them, the age of miracles belongs to the early church, when awe-inspiring events like Moses parting the Red Sea, the virgin birth, and Jesus rising from the dead confirm the authenticity and divine nature of God and Jesus. But just because we don't see the phenomena of biblical proportions occurring today does not mean that God has left the business of miracles. From second chances at life to significantly unexplained mysteries, these real-life stories are powerful reminders that God is at work in modern times and that we must never give up hope and faith. Okay, so here are 6 modern miracles that science just can't explain. A mysterious voice led rescuers to find a child who survived for 14 hours in a submerged car. In March 2015, Lynn Jennifer Grossbeck, who was 25 years old, lost control of her car and landed in the icy Spanish Fork River in Utah. 14 hours later, first responders found her 18-month-old daughter Lily in her car seat hanging upside down just above frigid river water. Prior to finding Lily, both police officers and firefighters report they heard an adult voice yell, "Help me," from inside the car. The voice they discovered could not have come from the young mother, who likely died from the impact. The rescuers still can't explain the voice or how the girl survived hanging upside down for 14 hours in freezing temperatures without being dressed for the cold. Next, we have a woman who came back to life after having no pulse for 45 minutes. Ruby Grupera Casamiro, 40 years old, fell unconscious from a rare amatomic fluid embolism during a cesarean section in September 2014 at the Boca Raton Regional Hospital in Florida. Doctors tried to revive Grupera Casamiro for 3 hours. After 45 minutes without a pulse, doctors decided to invite her family into the operating room to say their last goodbyes. Then what doctors are calling a miracle occurred. Her heart began beating on its own. Cassie Marrero has revealed that during the experience, she felt herself floating along a tunnel and seeing spiritual beings, including her father, surrounded in light. What's even more incredible is that Casamiro suffered no brain damage and made a full recovery. Her baby girl is also healthy and happy. Next, we have a boy who fell into an icy stream, was resuscitated after nearly 2 hours of CPR. Gardell Martin, 22 months old, was playing with his siblings outside his parents' home in Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania, I think, in March 2015 when he fell into a gushing creek with 34-degree water. Gardell was found a quarter of a mile away by a neighbor, unconscious and without a pulse. Emergency personnel were called to the scene and immediately began performing CPR, which continued uninterrupted for 101 minutes as they transported him via an ambulance and a helicopter to a hospital. His body temperature upon arrival was 77 degrees, well below the normal temperature of 98.6 degrees. After doctors gradually warmed the boy over 24 hours, he remarkably woke up without any apparent signs of neurological damage. The power of community prayer sparked a healing miracle that doctors can't explain. The end of Grayson Kirby seemed to be inevitable when he was thrown from a demolition derby car at the Mid-Atlantic Power Festival in Ruckersville, Virginia, in June 2014. The accident left him in a coma. His lungs were crushed and nearly every other bone in his body was broken. His brain also suffered multiple strokes and hemorrhages, and his kidneys were failing. If he did wake up, he would likely, to put it bluntly, be a vegetable. But his family refused to give up and turned to prayer. Thousands of people in the community and beyond kept Kirby in their thoughts and prayers and wore red shirts designed to show support for the injured man. In a final attempt to revive Kirby, doctors hooked him up to a machine typically used for transplant patients, not trauma patients. Whether it was due to a divine intervention or medical intervention, or both, it worked. 10 days after the accident, Kirby opened his eyes and mouthed the words, "I love you," to his father. The doctors couldn't believe it, and neither could Kirby. "I'm humble, I'm grateful, just amazed," Kirby said. "I know that God saved me." He went on to say, "I know that prayer and believing saved me." Make of this one what you will, guys, but the Vatican confirms Colorado boy was healed by a nun from beyond the grave. The Roman Catholic Church has a rigid, formalized venting process when evaluating miracles, which we all know, which are defined as divine events that have no natural or scientific explanation. Investigating one single miracle from the Vatican could take years and years. After a 14-year process, the Vatican released its verdict on a young boy's sudden recovery from a debilitating gastrointestinal condition. It was a miracle. Doctors tried everything, antibiotics, diets, and tests, but it seemed nothing could stop 4-year-old Luke Bergy from literally wasting away in 1998. The 8 to 10 violent bouts of diarrhea he experienced every day for 6 months forced him to drop out of preschool. That's so sad. After doctors began to suspect cancer, the boy's mother, a devout Catholic, began looking outside of medicine for a cure. She asked nuns to pray for Luke. Sister Margaret Mary Priester and the late Sister Evangeline Spinner knew what to do. I just want to say, guys, I don't think all Catholics are bad. I think some of them are good people, you know, just like every organization, there's good and there's bad everywhere. They asked the founder of their order, Mother Theresia Bonzel, a German nun who lived 100 years ago, to intervene. I don't know about this, but we'll read the story. The nuns prayed a novena, which is a 9-day vigil, asking Bonzel to heal Luke. As soon as their novena was complete, Luke woke up and his stomach no longer hurt him. The illness never returned. "I knew immediately that it was a miracle," Mother Jeanne Bergy said. Next, we have God shows the man the power of marriage during a life-threatening holdup. We've all heard that married people live longer, but for one man, marriage literally saved his life. Donnie Register, I find it weird that his last name is Register and he was working the cash register at his store located in the antique market in Jackson, Mississippi, when 2 men walked in and held him at gunpoint and demanded money. Evil scum. A shot was fired at Register's head as he threw up his hands. Remarkably, his wedding ring deflected the bullet. Pieces of the bullet lodged into his neck and fingers, but none of his injuries were fatal. Donnie Register, who has been married for 38 years, doesn't chalk it up to luck. He believes his marriage literally saved his life. "I knew being married was a good thing," he said. "I just didn't know it was that good." His wife gives God all the credit and says this story is a good reminder that men should always wear their wedding rings. There you go, married guys. Make sure you guys wear your wedding rings if you're married. Amazing, guys. God is good. Make of the stories what you want, but they're all true. You can check them out for yourself. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If any of you have ever had a near-death experience or you have a powerful testimony you'd like to share, please email me and we can get you on the show. You can find my email on the About page of the channel. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think about these miracles. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like and share, and God bless you all.